common sense to think that more is better. So if some kid is getting certain rank marks grades by studying 4 hours a day, we think that we will study for 6 hours a day, we will get better marks, better rank, better grades than that guy. But sometimes that is not true. There are kids who can score more and get better rank by studying for lesser hours. How do they do that? Let's try to understand with the help of a debate. We want to compare between 8 hours and 12 hours. There are two groups of kids. One group is studying for 8 hours a day and one other kid is studying for 12 hours a day. Who will get more marks? Common sense tells us these kids will get more marks. But what is the reality? Let us try to go through that. We can measure the number of hours by following the clock, right? We can just measure the how many hours you are studying by looking at the clock. But that is not the correct way of looking at what will be the outcome, right? My dear kids, the better way is looking at the effective hours or productive hours. What is that? You just multiply the hours you are studying with the efficiency you feel you are giving or you have in those duration. For example, somebody is studying for 8 hours, but he feels that I'm 90% efficient. That means in my freshest, peakest hours, whatever I was studying and how much I was understanding, I can understand in my last few hours as well, right? That means my average efficiency was around 90%. And in that duration, if I try to find out the effective hours for that kid, this is 7.2 hours. So out of 8 hours, 7.2 hours were effective for this kid. But what about the kid B, student B? He was studying for 12 hours, but his efficiency was 50 to 60%. For this specific kid, we will say that the effective hours was around 6 to 7 again. So my dear kids, the second student is spending more time in the room without interacting with the outside world, right? And losing a lot, right? That is also losing a lot, right? Because that outside life is also very important. And he is losing on all of that, right? But still, even after all those sacrifices, he's getting lesser. That is not a fair game, right? We need something to help us increase the effectiveness of our study hours. How to do that? My dear kids, toppers don't track hours, they track productive hours. How to do that? Let's understand that. To make any hour more productive, we need to think about three aspects, right? What to study, when to study, and how much to study. Many times kids do one thing, right? They want to master one topic and they try to refer so many sources. It gives them an illusion that they are mastering a topic. But generally that does not happen, right? You cannot master only one topic from 20 different sources. It will only confuse you, right? And basically it will eat away all your available time, gives you an illusion of understanding and learning, and you never get the time to actually practice the problems, which was the key, right? So you don't know when to stop. That reduces the effectiveness of your preparation. And at last, I will say success is not about studying the longest, it is about the studying the smartest, right? And on that note, let's say Jai Hind and take care, and I'll see you with few more important insights in the next video.